is it? What is it?
A ball bag.
You're making a giant ball bag.
A giant ball bag. Am I muted?
No, you're not muted. I checked.
Okay.
I checked. You're good. You're fine. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you checked it after we went live.
Yeah.
That was super helpful. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel on this beautiful day here in sunny Southampton. It is actually sunny today. It's nice.
It is actually.
Yeah, it's nice outside. It's not too warm. You can tell it's not too warm because Joe isn't already complaining about it. But welcome back. Thank you for joining us to a Liam and Joe show. We actually have a Liam and Joe show today because Joe hasn't died yet.
No, despite my best efforts.
Yeah. Well, quite. Yeah.
I'll try harder next time.
Joe has sort of semi-returned from his trip to medieval land and has returned to us to do the Liam and Joe show, where ironically we're sort of talking AOS today a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Whilst building 40k, because it's supposed to be 40k Thursday, but we missed AOS on Tuesday.
But it also involves 40k anyway.
It does involve 40k as well. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the Age of Sigmar app has had an update, Joe.
Yeah.
And now, if you go into the Age of Sigmar app and you go specifically into the Skaven side of the Age of Sigmar app, because they're the first to have received a battle tome in Age of Sigmar 4th edition, you will notice now that you can see a grand total of fuck all.
Despite the fact the Codex isn't out till Saturday.
Yep. Cool.
So if you currently if you had plans on playing with your Skaven army tonight, tough titties.
Yeah, with using the app. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've gone the way of 40k. And I was a little, I reckon I was like 70-80% sure this is what would happen, but there was a little part of me that was like, I kind of hope this is not what happens. If you had the old Age of Sigmar app, you would have noticed that when you had battle tomes released, you had still access to the data sheet. You didn't get all of the special rules.
Yeah.
You didn't get all of the faction abilities. And they gave you kind of 50%, I reckon, is probably roughly right-ish, right? And they've gone the way of 40k. They've now said, no, you get nothing at all unless you've bought the battle tome.
Yeah, peasant.
And I think it's a step backwards.
It is. It's a terrible step backwards, I think, because I just think it flies in the face of kind of what they'd already given us before.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Objectively, it's got worse.
Yeah.
And I was like, for everything that we say that 40k should copy Age of Sigmar on, this is one of those occasions where Age of Sigmar have copied 40k. I'm sure it's not the rules designers team, someone high up probably, but it's not the right call. This has gone the wrong way, and it's got worse.
It's the overall problem with their kind of app rules system in the first place. I don't mind paying for a codex at all. I don't mind paying for cards at all because they are physical products that need to be made physically, so they have a cost. So if you want to own those things, you have to pay for them. If you're paying a subscription to the app, though, you're already paying money. Mm-hmm. And it's the whole double monetization system they've brought in. But also, if you don't want to buy the codex, if you don't want to buy the cards, you just want to see what the army does, you can't.
No, you have to buy a physical
copy. You have to buy, yeah. Whereas before, in AOS 2, AOS 3, when they had the app, when I was looking at Soulblight Gravelords, I was like, I'm not playing the game yet, I'm not going to play for a while, but I need to kind of know what the units do to put them in my army.
Yeah.
I don't need all the rules, I just need to kind of know what their role is within it. I used to go on the app, and there it was. The rules available, and if I wanted to get all the in-depth army rules, I had to buy the book. And I was like, that's fine. I just need the basic information now. Yeah. And I kind of feel like that's what they are missing out in the app, because you can still build your army in the app.
Well, so I became aware of this morning because I looked at Twitter.
Yeah.
And Twitter's a great place. Twitter's a cesspool, but Twitter's a great place for quick news updates and to see what's really going on out in the world.
Yeah.
And I looked at Twitter and I saw a lot of people. And one of the common comments, I think, from AOSers on Twitter, people that aren't typically 40k gamers, but AOS gamers on Twitter that I saw, was the amount of times I'd gone to the app to look at some detail, not all the detail, but some detail, and have subsequently bought models and then an army because of that. Yeah. And that's now gone. And I feel like I feel like this is because we're picking on AOS here, but let's be honest. Like the 40k team has done this for ages.
Yeah.
This is not new for the 40k team. They've done this. They did this for the
Well,
whole
the first time for you, isn't it?
Yeah. I just feel like in a modern day, we've talked about this a million times, and we'll continue to talk about it because I think it is interesting, engaging content, and perhaps one day Games Workshop will watch the stream and will actually fucking listen. Probably not. But in 2024, in the world of digitalization, to not give us access to at least some of it for free, so that people can get that taste of crack before they then go purchasing, is a mental decision.
Well, especially when you look at 40k, when everything's being updated all the time, and you're like, oh, these FAQs are out for this army, or this balance data slate's out for this army, and you go, cool, I'll just go check what that means. Oh, I can't because I don't have.
Well, here's the other thing as well. So you said at the start of your little piece that you don't mind paying for books and data cards because it's a physical product, right?
Yeah.
So you don't mind buying it as a physical product. I am inclined to agree to a point. Yes, I expect to pay for a physical product, of course. I don't have any issue with that at all. But history shows us in 40k at least, and this so far not true for AOS, but we'll see. History tells us for 40k at least that when you buy that physical product, it does not take long for them to invalidate it completely. And looking at you, AdMech Codex owners from 10th edition.
Yeah.
Where
we're not blaming you.
No, not blaming you, but that's now a pretty decorative item on your shelf because it's completely fucking null and void. And a lot of people have said to me in the past when I've brought this point up, we don't have to play the updated rules. You do.
You do.
Have to? No, you're not forced to. I don't know anyone who doesn't play the latest updated rules, really.
No.
So you
but if you go to a tournament, you have to.
And if you and anyone who says to an AdMech player, you don't have to play the latest rules. You can play your complete dog shit codex against me if you'd rather. I mean, that's just cruel, isn't it? So, I agree that I'm happy to pay for a physical product, but I want it to be valid for more than 35 minutes.
Yeah, I think the moment that book becomes FAQ'd, that the rules have to be free.
Interesting. I would just like to be able to pay for rules on the app anyway.
Well, yeah, if they said to me, you don't have to buy the codex, but you can buy what is essentially a PDF or Google document, so they only have to make one. They don't have to make multiple. It's not everyone is buying their own individual PDF Google Doc to use on the app. It's just one that everyone has access to.
Here's the other thing as well, right?
Yeah.
Age of Sigmar made an interesting step that I think has majoritively been praised, but I want to talk about it slightly, right? Age of Sigmar has made an interesting step where they have said, here is a codex, not a codex, a battle tome. Here's a battle tome, or a codex to us 40k goers, right? And the 40k crowd might be interested in this. Here is your Gamers Edition, right? And your Gamers Edition is a pack that you buy that includes your battle tome with no narrative, just rules, and your faction cards, just rules. Cool, okay. And I was like, this is both genius and completely fucking stupid at the same time. Because what you're saying is you're admitting that some people out there just want the rules, nothing else.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, what we could do, is we could charge you a tenner for access digitally to just the rules.
Yeah.
What we'd rather do is make an expensive pack that includes a digital code for the app, the book, and the data cards all at once. And the Gamers Edition, although genius, let's be fair, is also a cash grab. Because what they also did is they bundled it all together. What if I want the book but I don't want the cards? Tough.
Yeah. Can you buy the card separately?
I don't know, but I assume so. I don't know, I haven't seen.
No, I like it because if it comes with the code as well, then I think it's just a one-click bundle, isn't it? Really, at that point, if it's a bit cheaper, that's even better. But
it's not cheaper; it's more expensive, Jay. The Gamer Edition is expensive.
Oh, is it more expensive than buying cards?
It was,
and the codex together.
I think. Well, I don't know about more expensive than that, but it was expensive. Like the Gamers Edition for me, when I heard no narrative, just rules, I was like, oh, the accessible version, the get in and play version, and it was quite expensive. And a lot of people went, not at that price.
If it's cheaper than buying a codex and the cards together, then I'm all for it. I think that's a step in the right direction.
Because the Dragon says the cost of the normal battle tome and the cards is less than the bundle on Games Workshop via Element. Because you can't get Gamers Edition Element, you have to only get it from Games Workshop. But you buy the full battle tome with lore and cards from Element, it's cheaper than getting the Gamers Edition on Games Workshop. Fail.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss there.
They should have made it available to everyone. That was a mistake on their part. Although I imagine they probably sold them all. I imagine it probably sold out.
It's just this weird, like, I understand a company needs to make money. I get that. I'm never against Games Workshop making money. But this weird paywalling stuff and the way in which they do it is just disingenuous. And it's just ridiculous. In a world of digitalization, in 2024, saying you must buy this physical book that costs this much money to get access to a code for an app that's the one that's going to be kept up to date because the book will be out of date in no time at all, is ridiculous. And Age of Sigmar was slightly better because they gave you slightly more access to slightly more rules. And it's just got worse and gone backwards, and I don't understand it.
It doesn't make sense, does it, really?
It just makes me a bit sad. I wouldn't even go as far as to say angry, Joe, just a bit sad. Like, we've been talking a lot recently about Space Marine and how Space Marine 2 has exposed Warhammer to a ton of new people who are looking into the lore and looking into the hobby a little bit more, and they've got one eye on these models and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a time in Games Workshop's life, alongside the Amazon agreement coming soon, this is the time in Games Workshop's life where they need to remove as many barriers as possible. Get rid of as many barriers as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And make it as accessible as possible. Because where the real money is in selling models and people with ridiculous size armies and who collect multiple armies and who go, I'm just going to get this one squad and have a kill team. Actually, that's turned into 3,000 points.
Yeah.
But I might just start this squad and have just a kill. Oh, that's another 3,000 points. I like this warband. Suddenly, I've got a whole fucking Nighthaunt army, right? That's where they want to really be making their money. So don't put all these barriers up.
No.
All these barriers are madness. It doesn't make any sense.
It's just how much money can we make, isn't it? At the end of the day, which is the sad point.
Rom's just sent me a Space Wolves list for tonight.
Is it broken?
I don't know. I haven't looked. He's just sent it to me. Joe, my watch has just gone off.
Has he sent it to you directly and not into the group?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always, but that means it's going to be super broken. At the end of the day, it's money, isn't it? That's what they want.
Yeah, but again, it seems to be short-term cash grab without thinking about the long-term impact.
Yeah, I think Games Workshop needs to catch up with the times, because they said, and they said out loud with their mouths and their written down words, right, that we want to make this an all-digital edition.
Did they? Where?
Like, all the points are digital, aren't they?
Oh, on for AOS?
Yeah.
It's more digital, yeah.
It's more digital.
I don't know if they said they wanted to make it all digital.
I think they need to get to a point where they become, we're all digital. If you want to buy the books are direct holder only. You can't get them from Element, you can't get them from third-party companies. Like, we're going to lock that down, but you could just spend 10, 15 quid and get all the rules on the app.
The thing
Or
is,
we make Warhammer Plus more expensive, because if you buy Warhammer Plus, you get the app for free, don't you?
if you buy Warhammer Plus, you get the list builder as part of the package.
Yeah.
It's not free, it's part of Warhammer Plus. I would argue it's the only thing keeping fucking Warhammer Plus alive.
Yeah, so if you pay for Warhammer Plus, like, you pay for Warhammer Plus, or you can go Warhammer Plus Plus, which gives you access to the apps. And then...
Because let's face it, Warhammer Plus as a cash grab was an absolute disaster, really.
Warhammer Plus is just a payment plan to get fancy models. That's all it is.
There's some stuff, but some content on there's decent. Yeah. Some nowhere near enough considering the monthly fee that you pay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people pay because they get access to.
I only watch them because of controversy on YouTube or Twitter or Instagram. I'm like, oh, a video's been released. I might as well watch it. But basically, I pay monthly. I'll get a model in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it.
And it might be one that I like.
Yeah. And I put down for the Cities of Sigmar guide. The Inquisitor's really cool. But I kind of feel like if you're releasing a new year, because it's a new year starting now for Warhammer Plus.
The Inquisitor is cool, but the Inquisitor is an embarrassing release just after Cotier.
Yeah. But what I feel like it should have been is an Ultramarine Space Marine. Because it's released at the exact same time as Space Marine. Yeah, I mean, if you want people to sign up for Warhammer Plus, you go, did you enjoy that game? Well, here, if you get Warhammer Plus, which gives you access to all of our game apps, with all the brawls, so you can play the game of Warhamsters, and you also get a free Spaceman. And people will be like, yeah, I can live with that.
I'm into that, yeah.
It's just a very controversial topic, isn't it, for Games Workshop, because they're like, we want to make free money, so how to do it for an app? But we won't make more free money.
But I want them to make money.
Yeah.
I want them to be successful.
If you don't, say for instance, you don't collect Skaven, right? You don't collect Skaven, you have no interest in buying the Codex, you have no interest in buying the cards, you have no interest in buying the special edition, right? You don't care, you don't give a shit about Skaven at all. But in a year's time, you might be interested in Skaven, or your friend plays Skaven and you want to learn what they're about, and or someone's like, I want to write a Skaven list, can you help me? You know more about this game than I do. And you go, cool, I'll buy the book on the app for a tenner. I don't have a physical copy, and now I can see what it does. And that's not a problem. That's all I want. I just want to be able to buy the Codex.
Joe, I'll be honest with you, I think everybody out there, no, I don't think a single person in chat, right, we've got 240 people watching, right?
Well,
put a 1 in chat if you would like the option, you don't have to do this, if you like the option to buy just digital only rules, right? I'm not taking books away from you, I'm not taking battle tomes or codexes away from you, I'm not taking gaming editions away from you. If you'd like the option to just buy digital rules, put a 1 in chat. If you don't want any option to buy digital rules, put a 2 in chat. I think I know how this is going to go. So when you get really worked up about it, I'm like, I don't think there's a single person out there that disagrees with you.
What I find, and Games Workshop have the ability to distribute just codes, right?
It started, Jay.
Yeah. So if you're a tournament organizer for large events, I'm pretty sure TOs get like
6,500 from codes. Such a dick.
I think TOs get a copy of the codexes anyway, because obviously they need it to run events.
Not a two out there.
Yeah.
Because there's no one in their right mind who'd be like, no, I don't want the option to buy digital rules. We're not saying it's the only option. We're not saying it removes the book, it removes the battle tome, it removes the codex. We're saying just an option to buy digital. And do you know how many people, I reckon, how many people would go 10 quid, I'm going to buy the Tyranid rules online, right? So this is the other thing that I think is mental. I'd love to know if you guys agree or disagree, but I reckon this is how this would work, right? Yeah. Continue to sell codexes. That's fine. Continue to sell codexes. Continue to sell battle tomes. Do everything you're doing right now. Cool. But give me the option to buy digitally. How many people do you think are going to go £10? I'll have the Tyranid rules on the app.
Yeah.
Read the rules. Build your list. I actually really like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and buy the £30 codex anyway.
Yeah.
And they just make more money. Like, just do that. Just give them the option. And yes, some people who would have bought the codex will probably just buy the digital rules now. Yeah. But there will be people that will buy the digital rules and then go and buy the codex as well.
Oh, 100%. Because I'd still buy the limited edition version of the codex. I don't. So I never got the limited edition version of the Tyranid codex, and I'm sad I didn't, because it was stunning. So anyone out there, let me know if you got a copy.
Yeah. Well. Limited edition codexes now aren't very limited edition anymore, Joe.
Yeah, but it's sexy and purple. It matches my army and my dice and my cards.
Shit now. You don't get a lot for limited edition now.
No, you don't.
They used to be a lot nicer than limited edition ones.
The best version of the limited edition codexes they release are the ones that come in the boxes, because it's part of a deal.
Yeah.
And it's arguably cheaper. Yeah, I just think it's an idea that people have been talking about for ages, and Games Workshop just seem to be blind to it. And it's so easy to implement as well, because Games Workshop are like, oh, I don't know how to implement that into the app. You don't implement it into the app to start off with. What you do is you add a section to the Games Workshop website, which says Codex code for X. So you go Skaven, Battle Time code for app, right? You click buy, and when you buy it, you get your invoice, and the invoice has the code on it, and then you just put the code into the app.
Yeah, super easy.
Super easy fix, Games Workshop.
It's very easy, Joe.
It's so easy. You just have a random code generator built into your invoice system. Done.
Oh, I'm with you, 100%.
It's so easy. I could probably learn to do it in a month. A month, not now, not like in a week. Like solid 40 hour.
The other thing I need to say to you is we can't overrun today because I'm actually taking Joe to get groomed.
Yeah.
I'm taking him to my barber's to groom him.
Yeah, like a dog.
Do you know what you want?
A haircut.
Well, no, I'm aware.
Yeah.
But how radical?
Not too radical.
With a nice, decent, like proper shaped, trimmed down beard to get rid of all the birds' nests in it? Or?
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Okay, interesting. So I'm taking him to get groomed at 4 o'clock, so I can't run over.
If he gets rid of my beard, I will...
He'll do what you tell him to do.
I will kick him in the face.
I'll
have to stand on the table to kick him on the face. I can't get my legs
He is
that
much bigger than you.
He is. It'd have to be a surprise. I couldn't telegraph it was coming because otherwise.
But that means I need to keep on top of the fan funding. So Stick Monkey, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Stick Monkey. Thank you, Sean. I hope that every time you use the internet to play computer games, your ping is always like 1.
I mean, he's like the master of the internet. I'm sure it will be.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Forever.
You amazing human being for 5 gifted.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 2 as well. Look at him sitting there like some medieval king.
Yeah.
The Thanes were not gentle about your problem.
No. They said they called me Henry VIII.
They did, yeah.
And I said to my missus, like, I'm like Henry VIII. I said, I've never been married yet, so you're lucky because I'm pretty sure the first one survived.
I don't remember. I don't know the rhyme. Luce did the rhyme with the kids. I don't remember how it goes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think because it was 6 wives he had, wasn't it? I think it was people like.
There's 7.
Was it 7?
7 wives.
They were like beheaded, married, survived, or whatever. I'm like nagged.
It was like divorced, beheaded, survived.
Divorced, beheaded, died.
Yeah.
Or nagged.
Yeah.
That's how it goes, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. I like the fact that he had to invent an entire new religion just to get divorced. I like that level of commitment.
Yeah, that's called using your power, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ultimately, king's rights and all that. But thank you so much, Sean, for the 2. Thank you so much, Brandon Lagasse, for the 5. He says, it pisses me off that they lock out rules at pre-order, so you didn't have access to your army rules until release 2 weeks later. What bugs me the most is the app is incredibly usable for tournaments and events.
Yeah.
If you're going to go to an event this weekend at AOS and you're going to take your Skaven, they're not going to let you use the new battle tome because it comes out on Saturday morning. So you can't use the new battle tome. So if you want to go and play your Skaven with the app on Saturday, you now can't. Because if you do get your code before you even go to your tournament, which is highly unlikely, you put your code in, it's the new rules, not the old ones. So it fucks people. And when you book events, a lot of people, when they book events, they book them quite literally months in advance because they have to plan things, accommodation, childcare, get a bus pass from the wife so that you can actually go and she allows you to do the thing that you want to go and do without nagging. All that stuff that people have to put in lots of time and effort before they do it.
Yeah.
Like preparation, etc. Like Joe's got to arrange childcare if it's a weekend where you've got your little one, etc.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not a great situation.
No.
To if you go through all the effort of like trying to arrange life to go to tournament and Games Workshop's like, oh, by the way, you can't use the rules.
Yeah. By the way, we've changed the rules last minute.
Because all they have to do is create 2 instances of the codex on the app. You go old, and then you go new, and then what happens is on the Saturday you have both versions, or the opening weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Then on the Monday you just delete old, keep new. That's all you have to do.
Sean, are you still in chat? Yes, he is. Do you want these Iron Halo backpacks? Because I don't want them. I'm going to put normal backpacks on. I don't want Iron Halo backpacks. I can either snip these Iron Halos off and smooth it out, or I can just stick Intercessor ones on.
Yeah. This is more bits on this ball bag than I thought it was going to be.
Let me know, Mr. DeShawn.
Each arm has got the little chimneys on it, but the little chimneys are literally different numbers. Like they're all different sizes and shapes.
Yeah.
Depending on the leaf.
Yeah.
Why did it have to be that way? Could they have not just gone, it's all the same?
Oh. I don't know. Right, anyway, thank you so much for that, Brandon. Thank you so much, Rothanero, for the 10 gifted memberships.
Thank you. Gifting's been fixed then, I'm guessing.
I don't know. Has gifting been fixed for those people?
Everyone try and gift 1 membership so we can tell whether gifting is
fixed.
been
All
fixed or not.
250 of you right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rothanero, for the 10.
We're not lying. I hope, Rothanero, that next time you eat a spicy curry, it doesn't give you hiccups.
Oh.
I get hiccups from spicy food.
What do you want?
And I hate having hiccups. Like mine are really violent. Like it hurts my shoulders.
What do you want for dinner today? Because I'll treat you to dinner as well as a makeover.
Oh.
You're going to get you right fancy, Joe.
Yeah. Well, I'm not allowed to eat. Well, I can eat red meat, but I shouldn't eat red meat.
Red meat's good for you.
Well, not according to every doctor on the internet and actual real life doctors.
I'd do some proper research if I was you.
when a doctor says, eat less.
Doctors say eat less.
Yeah.
Doctors say lots of things, Joe.
Doctors do, but they're the ones who spend a long time.
They don't spend a long time on nutrition. They do 1 semester on nutrition, and then they never touch it again.
My doctor looked quite healthy, so I'm going to trust him. I don't know. Something with chickpeas in it. I discovered I like chickpeas now.
Just tried, still not working.
Yeah.
Okay, for the rest of you that are testing, test with 5 instead of 1, because some of them still aren't working.
Yeah. Test 50.
Thank you, Evan.
Yeah. Although I'm really into fish finger sandwiches at the moment.
Oh, I love a fish finger sandwich.
I had fish finger sandwiches 3 days in a row.
Did you?
Yeah.
And when they say eat more fish, I'm not sure that's what they're talking about. Thank you so much, anyway, you legend. Thank you, Evan, for the 1 gifted membership. You're a hero. Thank you, Ash, for the 5. They keep cocking things up so we forget how shit the new website is. The new website is... It froze on me the other day. It's so shit.
But it's not... all you're doing to add the code system in is just creating 1 new item. Well, 1 new item per faction. But...
So eat Rambo, eat red meat, listen to the nutrition coach.
Yeah. But Jarfin says too much red meat can cause gout flare-ups.
Well, I mean, Rambo's qualified in nutrition, so
yeah.
I'll listen to him.
But does he have gout? Right?
No.
But the people, if I listen to people that do have it, and they go, yeah, if I eat this, this happens, I'll be like, cool, I won't do that then. Get gout first, Rambo, then come back to me.
I need Kai to send me the information. He did a lot of looking into this stuff.
Yeah?
He told me the science behind it. But I'd always, like...
It's like too much fake protein as well.
Yeah, fake protein's always shit.
Like protein shakes and drinks and things is bad for you.
Kai sent me a voice note on this stuff the other day.
Yeah.
It was all sciencey, and I was going to forward it on to you, but half of it's stuff.
Why did he send it to you?
Proper research needed. Red meat is not the cause of gout. Yeah, exactly.
It's not the cause, no, but it can make it worse if you have too much of it.
Yeah, but then too much of anything's bad.
Nah. What about candy floss?
Yes,
I've never heard anyone complain about having too much candy floss.
It's sugar.
Or too much fudge.
You know what really contributes to gout? Too much sugar.
Yeah?
And fructose and sucralose. You know what fructose and sucralose are?
If you get all preachy about it, I will literally... If you get all fucking high and mighty about it, I'm going to go and buy one right now.
I mean, that's not me in pain, so...
I do not deal well with self-righteous people. And I'd be like, cool, I'm going to do the opposite of what you tell me to do. I don't know why. It's just something that I do. It just really bugs me.
Yeah, Ash, that new website is... I'm surprised it's still as bad as it is.
Well, the problem is they spent so much money on it, they couldn't get rid of it.
Yeah, but they can still change parts.
They can change parts.
They can still make improvements.
My biggest bugbear...
For a website that came out, what, a year ago? About a year ago, wasn't it, roughly?
My biggest issue with that entire website, right, is it asks me what country I'm in every time I go on it, right? And what's worse is when you scroll down to the UK, it's already ticked. It already fucking knows what country I'm in.
So just click off them.
Yeah.
Just click off the box. You just click off the box, or click the X in the top right corner.
Yeah, but
you don't have to scroll down.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have to. I go to many other websites that ask me what country I'm in. They don't keep asking me.
I find it keeps asking me to log into my Warhammer account.
Oh yeah, I'm always logged out.
Why does it ask me to log in? Why do I need to log in? Just to browse?
And it's a nightmare to find anything as well. So if you've got the new Blood Angels Codex, you can't put the code into the app.
No, you have to go to my Warhammer.
Yeah, but if you put the code in, it doesn't recognise it because the codex isn't out yet.
Yeah, true.
So until they update the app for when the codex is officially out, then you can use the app to do it. That's why they need to have 2 instances, new and old.
The hilarious thing about things like the Blood Angels Codex and limited edition boxes, because they don't release the codex to the general public outside of the limited edition box, is you then have these people in this weird purgatory where they've got this new codex for Blood Angels that they actually can't use on the app, and they just have the book earlier than everybody else.
It makes army building real shit. Because if you've got the new app, if you've got the new codex, you want to use the new rules.
Yeah.
And you can't use the app to play the new rules. And it's really
Do you think
annoying.
this is something that they're aware of and working on, or do you think they're just like, who gives a fuck?
I would. Part of me wants to be like, there's some people in Games Workshop who are aware of it and are like, let's make a way of fixing this. But also, having interacted with Games Workshop for my entire life, not my entire life, I started like 8 or 9. They're like, we make money, we don't care.
Yeah, head in sand, who gives a shit? It works as it is, kind of.
Yeah.
It works enough. It just really frustrates me.
It's just, I just wish they cared. That's all I want. I just want them to care.
Right, thank you so much, Ash, for the 5. Thank you for the 2. I really wish it was a rules subscription option. I think everyone does, mate. I think everyone. Again, this is the thing, right? You don't have to.
You're not liking these. You missed one then. Boop, boop.
I haven't liked any of them. I haven't missed any
Ash
of them.
Thompson said they keep clocking things up, so we forget how.
Yeah, I just read that out.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I don't miss things, Jack.
I don't listen to you, so
No, evidently.
whatever.
Evidently. Maybe you should have done months ago.
No.
Yeah, so what does he say? So this is the thing, right? When I talk about buying digital rules or rules subscriptions and stuff like that, what I don't want to happen, in seriousness, and some people will disagree with this, but what I don't want to happen is I don't want it to be like, it's all digital all the time, it's a rule subscription, it's your only option to have rules. Because I don't think that's the perfect solution.
No.
There's a lot of people in the hobby who are elder people. And when I say elder, I don't mean like 70s, but people that are like, I don't want only digital, I don't like only digital, I still want
I
the
like
book.
having the book.
I love having the book, Joe. I've got currently at home, on my nightstand at the side of my bed, I've got the Ultramarine supplement from 8th edition, and I'm reading through the narrative on it. I like having the book. I like having options to quick bits of narrative like that, so I can swat up and learn.
Yeah.
Right? So I love having the book, and I would always want to have the book. But I want people to have the option. That's the important part.
Yeah.
The option to have digital-only battle tome with just rules. The option to have a rule subscription for 40k or AOS or both. And maybe if you take the option to have both, you get an extra discount.
Yeah.
That sort of thing is what I want. I want those options.
But do you think Games Workshop's worried that if they do allow you to buy codes, then people will stop buying codexes? Do you reckon that's their biggest fear?
But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. Like, because...
Do you actually think that's a risk, though?
It means things though, like you also like if they're selling codes digitally, then the production cost of codexes goes down because less people are going to buy them. So it's less money spending for Games Workshop. Therefore, they're making more money. If someone goes to you, I will give you a random generated set of numbers for £10, and it costs them. That's just all profit then. £10 of pure profit. Or they go, you could buy this codex, which we had to have designed and written and laid out properly and sometimes proofread, and then it gets sent to China. China have to then make it out of a physical thing, and then we have to ship it from China to here. So when we sell the codexes, we're probably making about £5.
So Games Workshop themselves have told me that they probably won't stop ever doing codexes because they make too much money off of them.
Yeah, but they'll make more money by selling the codes on top.
I don't know if they will. I don't know what their profit margin is.
So
you need to know margins. To understand whether they're going to make more money or not by selling a £10 code, you have to understand margins. And so I don't know what the margins are on their physical books. Until we know what their margins are, we can't actually decide whether a £10 code will going to make them more or less money. You are right. There is less. There is less of a burden in just doing digital only. You don't have to guess how many you need to make.
Yeah.
You don't have to then get them printed and shipped over. You don't have to have storage space to hold what is then a network and capital burden because you don't know if you're actually going to sell it or not. A lot of people complain about the fact that certain parts of or certain things that they sell out too fast, and arguably they're leaving money out in the open there. If they sell out of something too quickly, and a person who wants to buy it then can't buy it, arguably at that point they've left money out there that they haven't made because they could have had a product in hand to sell to you and they'd have made more money because every product sold at a profit.
If you look at Pariah Nexus, like you can't buy it. Well, you can buy it sometimes. Sometimes it's in stock somewhere, like obscure little hobby shops that time forgot. But Games Workshop tends to be sold out on Pariah Nexus and the cards and everything. Whereas if they've had an in-game a game tracker in the app, much like ITC Battles, and then you just paid for Pariah Nexus on the app, so you pay a tenner, then you're making money. People are going to buy. They're like, oh, I can't buy the physical copy. I'll just buy the code, to use it on the app, and then I can play the game through the app. And then, so when I go to a tournament, I can play with everyone else. I don't have to steal cards.
So I have it on relatively reasonable authority as well. That what happens when they run out of things like Prior Nexus is they end up stepping up operations in the UK from local printers and ask them to print them for them because how long it takes to come in from China. And then, we underestimate them. Like, we constantly underestimate. Obviously, digital product, if a person goes to buy a codex that's then sold out, at least if you have a digital product, they have the option to buy something. And then when that codex comes back in stock, they're probably going to buy that codex anyway.
Well,
right?
If I could buy the codes now for Prior Nexus, I would. And then when the deck becomes available, I'd just buy that as well. So I'm spending 2 lots of money, but at least I can play the game as Games Workshop want you to play the game.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Also, the amount of money that they've lost on Pariah Nexus because A, you can't get hold of the games, and B, ITC Battles does it for free.
Can we also, by the way, ITC Battles is an app that you can download on your phone.
Yeah.
That has been, I think, created by the guys at Goonhammer.
I think
Did
so.
they develop ITC Battles?
I feel like that's
right?
a thing.
So another kind of social media influencer team type thing out there. I don't know what we'd call them, journalists or
I'd say Warhammer journalist. On the front line of Warhammer.
Yeah, the guys at Goonhammer, lovely people, have made an app called ITC Battles. If you download this thing, it's free to download, and you can basically play missions using that app only. It even randomly generates secondaries for you. Now, it doesn't tell you what those secondaries are. If I had one criticism, I'd like the option to go, you've just generated behind enemy lines. Tell me what it is so I know what I've got to do. But that's a minor criticism. The basics is, they have developed an app that tracks all your scoring and allows you to play the game on an app. Multi-billion company Games Workshop doesn't have that included as part of the apps. And that's ridiculous.
Well, you can track your game, you can track your tournament games. It gives you the option to play 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th edition tournament games. It also gives you all the mission layouts. It has all like 15, 16 like mission suggestions that Games Workshop put out, including Games Workshop's table layouts as well. So it gives everything that Games Workshop provided you in one app for free. And Games Workshop was like, oh, we don't know how to do it. I'm like, get someone that does.
Well, yeah, and stop skimping on costs.
Give money to Goonhammer and just buy their app.
Stop skimping on costs and stop paying for idiots.
Yeah.
Stop overpaying for idiots like you did with your website. Anyway, thank you so much for the 2. Thank you so much, Demogorgon, for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Demogorgon. I hope when you next time you use a public toilet, the floor is not covered in piss.
So you haven't been in there before?
I go in hedges and streets and gardens and
yeah, he does. He's not lying.
And just long grasses.
Yeah, thanks, Kevin Demogorgon. I hope that's okay for you as a wish. £5. Thank you. Where's the refund button after Luce butchered my name's heritage in last night's stream? Great to see you back, Jay. We had a Kev fact last night because Mr. the Demogorgon gifted 70 on Tuesday.
Oh yeah,
in total.
He's a big fan of Stranger Things.
So I offered him a Kev fact, and Luce went and googled a Kev fact, which was about the origins of the name of Kev and what it means. But it was a half-assed attempt, Joe. I'm not going to lie to you. She found the origins of the names, which was Irish, and then just went name which I can't pronounce. And then said another name that I can't pronounce. It's like,
oh wow, she half-assed it, didn't she?
She really half-assed it, yeah. Poor old Kev. Thanks for the 5, though, dude. You're a legend. Yeah. And thanks for the 5 gifted.
You're a big fan of D&D/Stranger Things. That's how I know about the Demogorgon.
Thank you so much, legend. Pridders, thank you for the 5. Something that would help people planning future events. An actual roadmap. Don't, Pridders. Enough of that.
What I found hilarious is the Games Workshop put out a god-awful roadmap, and then Saber Interactive, who make Space Marine, put out a really good roadmap.
An actual roadmap. You mean an actual roadmap? Games Workshop, let's be clear, right? What Games Workshop put out cannot, in any shape or form, be considered a roadmap. They use that name, but that is not what that is.
Oh, no.
Anybody out there, anybody in chat right now, anybody of the 206 people watching right now, if they got asked to present a roadmap to their management team at work and they produced that, they'd be in fucking trouble.
They'd be fired immediately. 68.
That was not a
69.
road trap. That was an embarrassment
It's
to the
a
hobby.
we promise to continue making models next year. That's
Yeah.
basically it.
That was, as far as I'm concerned, one of the, hence the stream title that we put on at the time, that was one of the worst things they've ever done.
Yeah. They could have gone, we've made models for 25 years.
We're
We will
going to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That won't stop.
Awful, that was. Thank you anyway, Pridders, you legend. And then the people listened to you about the one gifted. Well, some people did. Frank's Whitey55 and PM Humphreys. Thank you for the one gifted each, you legends.
Thank you.
Love you. And then Chaotic Failure, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Thank you. I hope next time you go for a walk in the woods, a butterfly lands on your nose and stays there long enough for you to take multiple pictures to put on social media. And all the pictures are brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you want yourself a Joe Wish, you've just got to gift 5 or more.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. Okay. Just to get yourself a Joe Wish. Thank you so much, Ben, for the 5 gifted, you legend. I hope you like butterflies and you're not wildly allergic. Yeah. Otherwise, Joe's just wished you an anaphylactic shock.
Yeah, I could have said a moth and it would have left its weird moth dust on your face and made you sleepy.
It's not fucking Butterfree, Joe.
Might be. What else is the dust for?
Okay, whatever. Jorfin, thank you for the 2. I hate Horde, but like bugs. Are big bug lists viable? That's a you question, not a me question.
Yeah, they're viable. I think big bug. I think you've got to understand that when you play Tyranids, you're not gonna win every game in their current build. That makes me sad to say. They are a good mid board kind of army, but you can have a lot of fun playing with them. A lot of people, I like the points efficiency of the Exocrine. It's so cheap to put on the table, and it's arguably the best shooting Tyranid at the moment because of how cheap it is to put on the table. Unfortunately, it's like 55 quid from Games Workshop and direct order only for 120 points.
Oh, of course
it's 50 quid. Yeah. So you have to spend £150 to get 3 of them. And what's meant though is you have to spend £150 to have 360 points on the table. And that's incredible shooting. The other option to go down, which is my favourite, and I personally think is better than the Exocrine. Oh my God, why is this? So stick together, tiny pieces. Why is it?
Hold me closer, tiny dancer.
I've got full flid fingers. What's good? Come on.
Come on.
The Zonothropes. Zonothropes with the...
They're not big bugs strictly though, are they? Well, I guess they're not Horde either.
But you put the Neurotyrant in, which is a monster, and he makes that unit very, very, very good. But if you want to use only big bugs, then you want to go down Exocrine route. I really like Trigons and Morlocks. The Trigon is more killy, whereas the Morlock can just pop up and do some fun little shenanigans. He's really good. If you're going to run Carnifexes, just run Old One Eye and 2 normal Carnifexes with him, because he gives them 4 rerolls to wound. That's really good.
You really don't write Screamer Killers now, do you?
I think Screamer Killers are just absolute tripe.
Yeah, Joe's against Screamer Killers team. Well, I say against.
They just die too quickly. And there's better things you can put on the table for the points. Hive Tyrants with Tyrant Guard are just great. The Swarm Lord is incredible. I mean,
if you're going big bug list, the Swarm Lord's almost an auto take, right?
You have to take him really, because you need the points. You need the CP that he gives you.
What about Tyrannofexes? Play?
No, they're too many points.
Are they? How many points are they? Because I feel like that Flamer's a royal
The
threat.
Flamer is great. The Flamer is incredible because it's basically the Flamer from the
Redeemer.
From the Redeemer, because it's D6 plus 6 shots, which is very, very strong. What am I looking for? The Tyrannofex.
Yeah, points. 195?
Is 190 points for the Tyrannofex. toughness 12, 2 up save, 16 wounds. He's a land raider.
Yeah, he's a land raider, exactly.
He can't carry anything. He's not a transport. His gun, the acid spray is really, really good. It's more efficient than a normal. It's kind of like a weird mix between the Bowl Predator and the Land Raider Redeemer. Because the Land Raider's D6 plus 3 on each gun, so it'd be 2d6 plus 6.
I think the Tyranids are good.
It's okay, but the problem is it's not very good. It's terrible in combat. If it was good in combat, then I feel like they're an auto take. Because they get 4 attacks that hit on 3s at strength 8, 0 AP, damage 2.
Yeah, but you can't. But if it was good combat, you're just doing a Joe and making a unit that's good at everything.
All they need to do to make this a viable model at 109, because the problem is he's too expensive for what he does compared to everything else in the book.
TFXs are amazing. There's a GT winning list with 3 of them.
It's too many points.
Always listen to Liam.
No. If he was 4 attack, because he's got 4 attacks that hit on 3 strength 8. If he was -1 or -2 in combat, I think he's a take. And then his abilities are once per battle you can 0 damage and attack.
Once per battle?
Yeah.
That's not very good.
No. So because
I still think they're great. I think their output is incredible.
Their output is great, but they're too many points to be efficient. Because if
the GT winning list would argue with you, Jay.
But, right, I imagine that's played by an incredible player. And if you look at how well, because the thing is though, the player might be really good, the army's okay, and he can do well with it. But if you look at how everyone else in the world is doing with Tyranids, like they rarely get in the top half of a tournament. And that's like, so if you look at 60 to 100, I think like the last major tournament, they weren't in the top 100. And there was like 300 people there.
I heard that.
Scaredy fart. I think Raveners are good for 75 points because they can uppy downy. They're relatively small. I want to get some because I haven't got any. The Norn Emissary is.
I love it.
He's really good, but I think he's too many points because he's 275.
Joe wants all of his big bugs to be 10 points each. Then he'd be happy.
No. What I want them to be is a good point. The Tyrannofex's current state needs to be 175. If he dropped 15 points, I'm like, that's good. The Norn Emissary is 275.
Ooh, that's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot of points. If he was 150 or 250 or 235. Then he's an
Fuck it, these Blade Guard kits are incredible.
Yeah.
By the way.
More, it's great. The thing is, when you compare the Tyrannofex at 190 to where are you? A Maliceptor, which is 170, and his gun is D6 plus 3, but it hits on 3s, it's blast, it's strength 10 minus 2 flat 3 damage. And everyone that's within 6 inches of him are -1 to hit. And if they're under half strength, they're -1 to wound. So they just walk around just doing these bubbles of like, you can't hit me. They're a nightmare for armies like World Eaters, other Tyranids, Space Marines. Orcs hate them because they run in to fight them and they're like, oh, we don't hit very well now, and we have no rerolls in our armies.
Or leggies.
And then the Horspex is all right. I like him. He's a good point. The Exocrine, 135 points. He's toughness 10 with 14 wounds and a 3-up save. So he's 2 less toughness, and he's got 2 less wounds and 1 less save, but he's much cheaper, and his gun is D6 plus 3, but it's strength 9 minus 3, flat 3, blast. It's very strong.
Tad disagrees with you. T-Fex is amazing for 195 points. I disagree with you, Jay. I'm just saying, chat disagree with you.
Well, you can run all the Tyranids effects you want for days, but
you don't understand how it works here in the Great Hall, chat. Right? Joe refuses what anyone else says, runs what he wants, loses, and complains about the army.
No, I think one guy winning one tournament with an obscure unit doesn't make it the best unit in the world.
Chaos Space Marines are terrible, but Joe, they're doing really well at tournaments. Nope, they're terrible. Because what I want to take isn't any good.
No, what I'm saying is that they're terrible because their codex only works in 2 detachments.
I'm only on the wind-up, Joe, and I know you're grumpy.
You are. I just think, don't go out and buy 3 Tyrannofexes thinking you're going to win a tournament, is all I'm saying. Because let's be honest, if you're running Tyrannofexes, armies like Blood Angel are just going to chew through them so quickly.
Maybe. I mean, I think most people will run Rupture Cannons, backline them.
But that means nothing to a Blood Angels player. Because you get one, if the Blood Angel player goes first, you get 1 round of shooting before they come over and kill you. And if you go...
I think you overestimate how many Blood Angels have been able to pick up 3 Toughness 12 Tyrannofexes that are backlined on turn 1. And if you've screened correctly as well.
I'm not saying turn 1. If the Blood Angels go first, they move, they hide, you can't shoot at them. They move, they punch you to death. And toughness 12 against something that's strength 7 with lance is 4 to wound it, and they get a lot of attacks. And your 2-up save goes to a 4-up save. Much less efficient. I know people think I'm mental.
I mean, I don't think that...
But I still know how to play the game.
I don't think that was this stream.
Yeah. Darren says, it doesn't win me tournaments equals not worth it. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you want to buy them and have fun with them. Right? But I'm just saying there's other things in the book which are cheaper in points that do the job better.
Although, Darren, let's look at it this way, right? If you do buy them and you go and win at least 1 tournament 1 time, you can make a whole video about it.
Yeah, and I'll be like, right, if everyone in the world goes out there now and buys 3 Tyrannofexes and you all go to tournaments and you win your tournament, I'll be like, yeah, like.
Because that's what you do, though, isn't it? When you win a single tournament once, 1 time, you then make a video about it.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
Despite like all your friends who have won tournaments, you ignore the fact that they exist or that ever happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I finally, so many years in, have won one. So I'm actually not gonna tumble down this rabbit hole.
No. And Mr. Sojo, are the Chaos Marines models in good representation of Iron Warriors in 40k? I see a lot of people using 30k models, but I really like the Chaos Marine range. Yeah, you can use the Chaos Marine range to do Iron Warriors. Nothing's stopping you. I think you could literally just buy the models, paint them silver and black and yellow, and you've got an Iron Warriors army, and that's perfectly fine. When I did my Iron Warriors, I used bits from the Heresy range. So I used Heresy helmets and Heresy shoulder pads to kind of give them that nice kind of cleaner look. Some of them I changed out their shoulder pads, but I haven't used all Heresy models. I know a lot of people who have used Death Guard models and then clean them up a bit and use them as Iron Warriors. But if you just want to use normal Chaos Space Marine models, nothing's stopping you, because it will still be an Iron Warriors army. The great thing about Chaos is that it's not a cohesive army and force. It's
narratively speaking.
Narratively speaking, all chaos, the entire Chaos army is fractured, and there's little segregated groups, and you've got little war bands running around. Every Chaos Space Marine wants to be their own Chaos Lord, and they have their own designs and ideas on how they want their army to be. So the good thing about Chaos, you can do whatever you want, and it's just Chaos, which is great.
Quite literally.
Harborn, Vortex Games, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Harborn. I hope next time you buy a bag of Haribo Star Mix, it's...
Do you have Star Mix over in Canadian land? I assume so.
I hope that it's mostly eggs.
Oh, no.
Eggs and hearts are the best. The foamy bits.
No, the rings.
No.
Rings are better. Cola bottles are the goat.
They're all right, but it's all about eggs. I eat the yolk first on the little egg, and then I eat the foamy bit. But if you go to the Haribo, if you buy bags of just Haribo eggs I bought them from the Haribo shop, right? They don't sell the eggs that come in the Star Mix. They're a different type. They've turned.
You got conned.
The foamy. The white of the foamy egg that's in the Star Mix. They've turned to the gelatin. The normal Haribo squishy sweetness in the bag, and it really bugs me.
Oh, yeah, it would upset me a little bit. If I bought eggs expecting eggs and I didn't get eggs.
And you don't get it, yeah. It's a con, and I hate it.
It's a con!
Yeah.
It's a con. It's a con.
Josh Lowe asked, what are we talking about?
Anything, really. What do you want us to talk about, Josh?
Stevie Rhodes, are they, like I've just said, are they proper eggs, or are they the fake eggs pretending to be eggs?
Oh, you've got Joe now.
Yeah.
I'll be able to skip my haircut and go to Costco.
Yeah. Or both.
We're going to bring you out of Castaway and we'll bring you into a new era today.
Are we going to do like a before and after picture?
I wasn't going to, no, because
I'll do it in my
I
pants.
don't have a vagina, so
Oh.
I'm not really that bothered about those.
I thought the people would like to see.
I don't think I need a before and after picture when you're on stream before and you're on stream after, Joe.
Yeah, but what about
YouTube kind of does that for us.
What about people that can't be here?
Well, that's up to them, isn't it? They should make time.
I don't know.
It's on them, Joe. Kazarian, thank you for the 5. I used to drive past the Haribo factory in Pontefract every day. Joe, I won't as if you... Oh, Joe, I won't as if you... How many of the Night Lords kill team are you buying Saturday? That doesn't make sense, Kazarian. How many of the Night Lords kits are you buying Saturday? Any of them?
0. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately, / unfortunately. So, like, my Night Lords 40k stuff, I don't need any more of, like, the kill team stuff. Because I've got loads and loads of shoulder pads and things. What I need for Night Lords comes in resin, not plastic. I need their fancy Forge World Terminators, and I need more Raptors to make a full fancy army, because I've got loads and loads of just Boggo infantry. I've got all the characters and infantry I need. It's just all the extra stuff on top now. I would like to run a full Night Lords army at some point.
Kaz has cleared it up. He was supposed to say, I won't ask if you're buying any. If you're buying some, just how many? None.
None is the answer. Because I've got, within my chaos as it is anyway, I've got so many Legionnaires. I don't really need any more.
They are pretty though, aren't they?
They are very nice. Like, if I was gonna get them again, I would probably use them to make things like Chosen for Night Lords. I'd make a bunch of Chosen instead of the Legionnaires. So that's one use for them that I'd use them for, or I'd use them to make like some Havocs or something. So I wouldn't use them to make Legionnaires. I'd use them to make other units.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But you love a good fucking kit bash anyway, don't you?
Yeah. My favourite thing in the world is just converting models. It's so much fun. Am I gluing that one upside down?
I don't hate it, but it can, nowadays at least, it can get quite expensive.
Oh yeah, there's some really expensive conversions out there. I was looking at one which required the buying of a new Shrike model, and the Reaver Lieutenant.
Okay, I'm interested.
That's like,
what's the end? What are you trying to make? What's the?
So I've got a spare set of Astaroth wings.
So what's the?
Right, so basically, so you use the body from the Lieutenant because he's like jumping through the air. So he's got his like foot on something and he's like leaping forward to stab.
Okay.
So you use that main body, and then you use Corax's like head, backpack, and then arms on him. Well, you don't use his backpack because then you give him Astrath's backpack.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's like you've got Shrike jumping through the air, shooting with his gun, or you can use the twin lightning claws from the Black Templar Sword Brethren box set because he's got twin lightning claws. So he's literally jumping through the air, and he's got cool big black wings behind him.
Who you making?
Shrike.
Oh,
For Raven Guard.
Cave and Shrike.
Yeah.
He's already got a model.
He has got a model, but I don't like his pose. It's really boring. I want to make cool Shrike that's going to tear some shit up.
Okay. We've already got a Shrike.
Yeah, but I want a better one.
Okay.
What I can do is use my existing Shrike and just buy a Lieutenant, and then I'm done. And then just use the bits I've got.
Okay. This is a conversion that I don't feel like we need, Joe.
I know, but it'd look cool.
I'm not arguing that point at all.
It would look cool, right? And everywhere I went, there'd just be wet pants on the floor everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. From arousal, not from people pissing themselves. Or maybe that's how you show it. 72, 73.
Are you not aroused?
So yeah, that's the joy of it, really.
Okay. I'm sorry, chap. I'm sorry.
But Kaz, if you can go to the Haribo factory and ask my pressing question of why do they make fake Haribo?
Do you reckon you just got a bad box?
No, because they're all like it. I checked.
You opened them all and licked every single one of them?
Well, no, because you can test by just seeing through the packet. Because the foamy egg white and the normal gelatin egg white are different. You can tell if you have eyeballs. Eye lobes. I don't like building this giant ball bag.
Why?
Because it's too many unnecessary pieces.
You picked to build this.
I know because I want Tyranid terrain.
Oh, we're building this as terrain, aren't we?
Oh no, I'm going to use it in my army as well because I read the rules and I was like, oh, that could be fun.
It's a Tyranid drop pod, isn't it, essentially?
Well, no, I'm making the Tyrannocyte, the little blob. You know the thing from Space Marine 2 is a little blobby thing on the floor.
Yeah.
That poops out stuff. What I really want is the Tyranid big spore towers, the big pointy ones.
I know you keep telling me.
I really want them. Your only options are though is like teeny weeny ones. March of War sell ones the size of Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
And they're really, really cool, but they're also really expensive.
Okay.
So if there's anyone out there in the world who knows how to 3D print nicely, I don't want those little lines, 3D print Tyranid spore towers that come in lots of different sizes, but I also want really, really big ones.
The problem you have though is, Joe, is the majority of people that think they 3D print nicely don't. And they'll go, the amount of times I see people get upset with the cost of Games Workshop miniatures, and someone, inevitably somewhere, it's a fucking meme now, and goes, 3D printer goes bah! And then they show me the picture of what they printed. I'm like, that is fucking vile.
I can't tell if that's a Space Marine or a really sad potato.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The amount of times I hear those people go, 3D printer go bah! And they show what they've 3D printed. I'm like, that is fucking awful.
Yeah. Please never.
You should be ashamed.
Yeah, you should have spent the money that you spent on the 3D printer on just the models.
In fact, I'll be honest, I want to spit at you.
Yeah. I think if you're going to buy a 3D printer nowadays, you just buy a good one. Or not at all.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They're not the cheapest things in the world.
I know they're not cheap, but the thing is though, if your argument is that 3D printing is cheaper than Games Workshop stuff, I'm like, yes, you're correct. But the quality that you're putting out is terrible.
Well, so we've got one that's going to get set up in a couple of months' time.
Yeah.
I want it for printing terrain and bases.
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else. I want to make models out of
I
it.
want fancy bases.
Yeah, I don't want to be making models out of it because, let's be honest, Games Workshop do better than almost every 3D print sculptor I've seen.
If I was going to 3D print stuff, I'd 3D print things like shoulder pads if Games Workshop don't sell them. You know? And I'd want good quality. Good quality shit. I don't want crappy quality.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway, we are on, you wonderful human beings. We're up to a mighty 34 gifted memberships. So thank you so much, everybody who's gifted. You're all incredible. We love you dearly. We are, however, this week, wildly behind because of YouTube's faulting.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking, you know what, this content of Liam and Joe is all right, I might support it. Now's the time, if you can. And YouTube isn't broken for you.
Support us like a good bra.
Like a good bra, yeah, exactly that.
This is...
What's that, mate?
The little fucking...
Living dramas there.
The little tubes that stick on the side.
Yeah. They're very little, aren't they?
They're very little, and you have to glue them together, and they don't go... They've only got one real... They've got one nub at the bottom, which is your kind of fixing point.
Yeah.
But it's not very big, so they don't really catch onto each other. So they just kind of slide around everywhere. What's annoying is I know I'm going to want to do another one of these at some point as well.
I'm just hearing a lot of moaning right now, I'll be honest with you.
Good, because that's what I'm going for right now. Joe, I've got really into watching recently, and I say me, I mean my partner got really into watching it, and I just kind of ended up watching it anyway.
Not Pornhub?
No, I do that alone. In the dark. Well, you've thrown me off now. What's his name? Jonathan Creek.
That was not where I thought you were going.
Do you remember Jonathan Creek? He solve all the mysteries and things. It's so incredibly British. As well. I forgot how good it was.
Jonathan Davies, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not Jonathan Creek. Is that his name, Jonathan Davies?
Yeah. I mean, if you're an actor and you don't want people forgetting your name, that's the best way of doing it, isn't it?
Pick a role that uses the same first name.
Yeah. But no, it's really good. I love it. I miss it.
Really good. I started watching the other day. I started watching The Line of Duty again. Have you seen that?
Line of Duty. I've heard of it. Is that about police?
Yeah. It's a BBC series about police
the one with Rob Stark in it.
Is he?
It might be something else. Alan Davies.
That's the one, yeah.
No, what's the police series with Rob Stark in it? Come on, people. We're a television talkie bounty show now.
I've never really watched Jonathan Creek. I don't really
it was
care
great.
for
It was about at the same time as... It's like obscure man with floppy hair has to solve strange mysteries about how did someone get murdered in a World War II bunker, but it was locked from the inside. One of those kind of ones.
Yeah, I don't think I'd enjoy that.
Oh, that's the other kind of ball bag. I don't want that ball bag.
They're very old instructions, aren't they?
They're not the best.
Battle free, Joe. You'll be all right.
There we go.
I'm going to get this second dude done, and I'm going to probably stop because looking at the time.
It's got different numbered arms. Why is that a thing?
Although, chat, you could get us to 50 gifted before we go. Yeah. A Touch of Frost was all filmed around this way too. Delightful TV, a bit like The Bill, where every British actor from the last 50 years got their start on it.
Oh, I love Touch of Frost. And I was a really big fan of Pie in the Sky as well.
I don't know what these are.
Pie in the Sky was around the same time. What if although watching Jonathan Creek, there's a lot of people in it. I was like, oh, I remember that person from this show. And there's like one of the girls in one of the random episodes, she's like a random fangirl at a book signing. I was like, she was in EastEnders. And I was pretty sure she got like a frying pan to the face or something. Rob Madden was in The Bodyguard.
I don't know what they're talking about now.
That was also a police show, wasn't it? I don't know. I could be making it up. How the fuck is this supposed to connect to here?
You having fun with that? Or is it stressing you out?
It's not the most fun to be.
Joe, the most accomplished hobbyist in the channel, is struggling.
It was designed around the time where Games Workshop was finding its legs with how to print instructions and make instructions work. Because there was a dream that was Rome. There was a time when models didn't even have numbers on them.
No, I know. Yeah.
And this is from the period when they thought numbers were cool.
I'm an Eldar collector, Jay. Lots of those kits don't have numbers on them still to this day.
And it's just a little bit annoying that they don't.
It's a little bit funny.
Yeah.
I'll never forget suddenly seeing Henry Cavill in an episode of Midsummer Murders. What?
Was he in Midsummer Murders? Was he? It was like when I was watching when I was in COVID Town, and James Bond, old Daniel Craig, was in an episode of Sharp.
Was he?
Yeah.
I've never seen Sharp either.
That was really, really random. And I was like, how old is Sharp? And then I was like, how old is Daniel Craig?
Quite old, isn't he?
Because he's getting on a bit. I can understand why he kind of got bored or got tired of playing James Bond. A lot of running around.
It's quite a physically demanding role, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
He's got to be in a good shape, and being in shape's hard work.
Yeah.
Hard work. I went for a nice 4-mile walk again this morning and carried on with my listen to Avenging Sun.
Yeah.
Have you listened to it? Or read it?
First of the Dawn of Fire series, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have, but when it came out, so I haven't listened to it for a long time.
It's quite hard to get through at the moment. I'm hoping it gets good.
Has he had his conversation with fake Belisarius Call? There's a
Don't spoil it for me, Jay. I'm only like 2 hours in.
Oh. I think the Dawn of Fire series is one of the better, newer series of books Games Workshop's released.
Yeah, I was told that. That's why I'm listening to it.
It's really good.
I personally prefer listening to 40k novels over 30k novels.
I don't know. There's not many. The problem is with 40k books is there's not many of them that have Jonathan Keeble as the Space Marines.
That's fine. And Jonathan Keeble is exceptional, as we know.
Yeah.
But I still prefer the lore setting of 30k over 40k.
I listened to the Sanguinius because there was a $2.99 sale on a couple months ago, and it had a lot of really banging books in it. A lot of them, and it had like loads of they always put the Primarch novels in the $2.99 sales. So I got the Sanguinius one not long ago, and that's a really weird book because it's a book that's not about. It's not from the perspective of Sanguinius. It's from the perspective of a. What were they called?
Dave.
The people that went around telling all the stories. I want to say orator, but it's not.
The Remembrances.
The Remembrances, thank you. It's from the perspective of him and his life spending time with the Blood Angels. So not specifically just Sanguinius. And I was like, this is a really weird choice. Because, like, the Khan book is all about the Khan. And a lot of it's, not all of it's from the Khan's perspective, but there's a lot of him in it. The same for the one about the lion. And the one about Perturabo is mostly from Perturabo's point of view. And then they went, the Blood Angels, nah. Like, Sanguinius doesn't need to be in all the book. It's super odd choice.
I've read the Blood Angels Omnibus before, which is 40k. That's quite good.
I don't read anymore. I have books read to me.
I read that one. I used to read books when I was on my break time, when I was on shift work and stuff. Before I moved into management.
When I discovered Audible, that's when I became all about. Well, that's when I was doing a lot of my driving job.
Oh, I'm all about Audible now, mate. 100%.
Yeah.
But again, right, this does actually slightly tie into our topic of conversation. Like, Audible is improved accessibility to narrative.
Yeah.
And if we're going to have lots and lots and lots of 40k audiobooks on Audible, and if we're going to have not just 40k, AOS as well, we're going to have Warhammer books in general on Audible, and we're going to have Warhammer shows on television, on Amazon, and Warhammer films. We're going to have incredibly successful Warhammer games like Space Marine 2. I feel like this decision to go, yeah, all the rules are paywalled and you can't look at them unless you buy a book from us is just ridiculous.
Yeah, because
I don't understand.
So, and the thing is, though, if you want the rules then and there, it requires you having to leave your house and then go and buy the book from a shop. But if there's no shops near you, you have to order it. And if you order it in the evening, that means that you're not going to get it for a couple of days.
Depending on who you order from.
Depending on who.
Remembering that the majority of people's first purchase will be GW Direct.
Yeah.
Because they won't know about Element, exclamation mark Element. They won't know about Vortex Games. They won't know about Wargame Portal.
Yeah.
They'll just know about Games Workshop.
Yeah.
And it's the people that buy a couple of times from Games Workshop and then they get in Facebook groups or Discord servers or they go to a local gaming club and someone says, oh no, don't buy from GW.
Yeah.
Buy from Element Games. That's when they're like, oh, there's other people that sell this stuff. So if you buy from GW as well, I also find this hilarious too, right? Buy from Element Games before 3 p.m, turns up next day.
Yeah.
Buy from GW before 3 p.m, you might get it within a week.
Yeah. What I see quite often is when, like, so for instance, for an example, when the Blood Angels box set came out and people were splitting it, because it's like, oh, I bought a couple, like, they were selling the codexes, there were so many people, like, I'll pay you your asking price of 30 quid for just the code, you can keep the book. And then there are people like, I'll give you 30 quid for the book. And then so these people are making 60 quid per book. Like 60, like, and they're just splitting it down the middle for this. And these people are making silly money.
Yeah? Why do you do that? It isn't me.
It's a lot of effort, isn't it?
That's my problem with this.
That's my problem. That's why I wouldn't do it. Now I have to put my wonderful little petals on my ball bag.
Oh.
But where?
But where? No one else wants a wish from you, Joe.
I know. I blame Eddie.
I blame Eddie too.
Yeah. It's easy to blame him. Because he's odd. He's not a duck.
It's pleasurable to blame him.
Right. That goes there. That goes there.
Ah! Ah! That's the noise I make when it doesn't go my way.
I want one of these with the big vagina on the side that the Tyranids walk out of, like in the game. That's the way forward. Space Marine has really done, like, obviously it's really like driven me to push more onto my Space Marines. Like, so I've my Salamanders are nearly all built. I really want to do more with my Raven Guard and do stuff for them. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to do more Tyranid stuff. I want to get Raveners for my Tyranid army. I want to get close combat warriors, but I refuse to pay full price for a terrible unit.
That's fair.
I was on eBay the other day. People are asking like 12 quid per warrior. I was like £1.20. Yes. Not £12.
Warriors are bad, aren't they? That's quite big, actually, that ball bag, isn't it?
It is.
It's quite sizable. Yeah. Stick Monkey, thank you for the 10. Talking of books and reading, the Insane Book Club in October is Caiaphas Cain for the Emperor. Join the Thanes to join the discussion. Mr. Joe is joining us this time, another great reason to Thane. There's lots of reasons to Thane. There's loads of reasons to Thane. That's a good book, actually.
Oh, it's an incredible book.
For the Emperor by Caiaphas, the Caiaphas Cain.
The Caiaphas Cain books are a great introduction into the hobby as well, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're quite good at explaining things. And it doesn't give you too much information in one go as well.
Insane Book Club, basically what they do, the Thanes, is they pick a book, they all read it, then they get together on a video call normally, and then they discuss the book, and then they pick another book.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't put a rule about wearing clothes in it yet.
Can we see a close-up of the ball bag? Yeah, you can.
It's a really veiny one. Look at the veins on that ball bag. Ooh, ooh. And then it will eventually look like that all the way around.
Yeah. I could use close-ups.
Yeah, I think it's a great model.
You're a great model.
And its rules are actually quite fun. Let me find its rules.
Fun.
Where are you? That's
You haven't told me what food you want.
What's it called? A sporicist. I want something
Beginning with...
chicken.
Okay, we can do chicken. We can go slim chickens.
Or, no, I don't want fried chicken.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You just said chicken.
Yeah, but I don't want fried chicken. I want Nando's chicken.
We can do Nando's.
That's what I want. Toughness 10, which is quite high to start off with. 3 up save, 10 wounds. Leadership 8+, 0 OC. Because it is Not a piece of terrain, oddly. How did you put it down? What's going on here? Who are you? So in this, it's got a shooting profile, 24-inch range, 10 shots, hits on 4, strength 5, -1, 2 damage.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. In combat, it's got 6 attacks, a hit on 4, strength 7, -1, 2 damage. Got a better close combat profile than the Tyranids. Just saying. Abilities.
I bet it's not in GT winning list though.
It will be now. I have 3 of them. Deadly Demise, Synapse creature. It's not Synapse, it's part of the Synapse faction. Seed Mucolids. Once per turn in your shooting phase, when selected to shoot, 1 unit with this ability can use it instead of making any attacks with its ranged weapons. If it does, you can add 1 new Mucoloid Spore unit containing 1 model to your army and set up wholly on the battlefield that is wholly within 18 inches of this model and more than 9 inches away horizontally from all enemies. So it just sits there pooping out the big spores. Hive defenses. You can target this model with the Fire Overwatch stratagem for 0 CP and can do so even if you've already targeted a different unit with this stratagem. This model can only be targeted with the stratagem once per turn.
All right.
So Overwatch is for free. Mm-hmm. You can Overwatch twice, which is good. So what you could do is put a Tyrannifex and one of these on an objective.
Oh no, Tyrannifexes aren't worth it, Joe.
The flame is good for Overwatch. It's Monster Great Devourer Spore Assist. It's got 0 movement, but it's not a piece of terrain. What's going on here, people?
Has it got Deep Strike?
No. Information is lacking here.
You going to the Codex?
Going to the Codex, the Book of Armaments. Tyranids.
Just sits there pooping. Joe's found his spirit animal. Facts. I made a mistake here.
Why is it not on the same page as that? Spore Assist. Here we go. It doesn't say what it is. I guess you just bang it down as a unit.
That doesn't seem good though. Has it got like infiltrate or anything?
No.
So it's got no infiltrate, no deep strike.
No. So they just sit in your deployment zone, being in the way.
So just put it on your home objective.
It's got 0 OC though, so it can't hold the objective. So, I don't know, maybe you just... It's not been FAQ'd to be a Vanguard beast, has it?
Because it would say that in the app, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that was fucking
I guess
fiddly.
you just use it to... Because it's not a piece of terrain, you use it to just deep strike deny your deployment zone.
I guess.
Because it's quite big. It's quite large. So what you could do is like have 2 in your backfield.
Chat, you got 3 minutes, and we're going to finish on 34 members.
Got 34 seconds to go.
Or 39 members.
Let's get to 69.
You're such a child. I'm here for it though. Maybe you'll only get half Fernando's.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, mate. It's not my fault.
Boop,
Blame chat.
boop, boop. But it is a monster.
Is it?
Yeah. It's interesting.
Why?
I wonder how it would work in the Crusher Stampede.
Stick Monkey, thank you for the 1 gifted, legend.
Thank you.
What a hero, man. Thanks so much, Sean. You've already done 5 as well, haven't you? Bloody
They
legend.
changed the Crusher Stampede.
Rough month this month.
Sorry, chat. I've been distracted by how to use a potato.
Gonna have a poor October, Joe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tyranids, Codex,
It's fine. It can't all be great.
Crusher Stampede. I don't like the Crusher Stampede.
What did you look then?
Because I thought they'd updated it to be less shit.
Oh, okay. And they haven't.
So basically, you get +1. If you're a monster, you get +1 to hit if you're below starting strength.
Yeah.
And then you get +1 to wound if you're under half strength.
I'm trying to get the choo-choo going. I appreciate it, Sean. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, man. Thank you for the one gifted, dude. You're a legend. What a hero. Sporcis cannot deep strike. That is a Tyrannocyte. Yeah. Yeah. Shame, though, isn't it?
I could use it as a Tyrannocyte, I suppose, but a Tyrannocyte moves as well.
Does it, though?
It does.
Tank, no, thank you for the one gifted. What a legend.
No, let me just.
You've got two more right at the depth there, Jay. Oh, no, that arm's not stuck properly yet.
Where is it? Yep. Where are you?
I'll let that arm stick before I can blue tack the shield on.
Where are you, floaty floats?
Thank you so much, you wonderful people. Harbour, thank you for one more gifted. You amazing people. Thank you so
If
much.
only they used the.
New for Crusher Stampede is +2 to OC until it loses wounds.
It's +2.
Necromancer Goblin says it's +2 to OC until it loses wounds.
So this can hold your home objective then.
Yeah, because it comes to OC until it gets hurt. But
in addition, while the Tyranids monster unit from your army, excluding battle units, is at starting strength, add 2 to objective control.
thank you, Connor Ed, for the one gifted membership.
Thank you, Connor Ed.
Come on for the train. I'm into it. We've got 232 people watching.
Let's run the train on this bitch.
There could be 232 members in total if you go for it, team. If everyone gifts a single membership at $4.99, although I can't stay too much longer because I've got to get him prepped for his haircut.
What are you going to do? You going to bath me or something?
Wash you in a bucket, yeah. Yeah. Evan, thank you for the one gifted membership.
I had a shower this morning.
Well, off to get the kids, catch up after. Thanks, Carl. We're almost done anyway, mate, to be honest.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Spore assist.
You got to sing those words, Jay.
Tyrannocyte. So Tyrannocyte's movement 8.
Stephen, thank you for the one gifted membership.
10 9s, OC2. It's a monster. It's a Vanguard Invader, the floaty one.
I was assuming you would have built the floaty one.
Yeah, but I played the game and now I want vagina ball bag thing on the table. But it's a dedicated transport.
Yeah, it is, yeah. You could put a Carnifex in it. You put a Screamer Killer in it, Joe. Now you have regret, don't
Each
you?
infantry model with the wounds characteristic of more than one takes up a space of 3 models. Ugh. And then
Legion 88 is trying to be sniped. The Tyrannocyte is used to drop down monsters under 10 wounds, I think, and it is small units. Oh, can I not put a Screamer Killer in there? Screamer Killer 9 wounds?
a Screamer Killer is 10 wounds.
Could it take a Screamer Killer then?
It can. But I like him, he's pretty.
I think we have another one out back. I'm sure I bought 2.
Yeah.
You can build one of each.
You can make the wibbly legs for. I suppose I could make the wibbly butt for it. Oh, I can.
Right, people.
I can make a detachable bum for him.
Thank you for that last minute flurry of members. It's rough this week. I cry myself to sleep every night. But thank you anyway for your incredible support. You people are amazing. Especially those of you that come up with the same names over and over again. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You people are the best. Tonight, we do have a live game of Warhamster 40k. Bron wants to bring Space Wolves. Joe is going to bring...
I think I'm going to bring Chaos Space Marines tonight.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, so I ran Tyranids the other day. I thought about running Guard, but the problem about running Guard... I even thought about bringing Votan, but either of those forces into Space Wolves is a bit of a non-starter.
Is it?
Because Brom has the control of a child.
Yeah.
And he's like, murder! And he'll just fly at you, and then you'll be dead, and then the game's over, and it's 9:15.
Yeah, and considering the membership gifting is going so badly, we need as much time as we can get right now.
Yeah, so we might have a little dance or something. I don't know.
So, hopefully we'll see you people tonight at 7:30 for the live game on Warhammer 40k. And we're back again tomorrow night at 8:30 for 40k After Dark to round out the week. We need to go soon though, okay? You ready?
Mum.
You ready?
Am I ready?
Are you going to be ready? Because,
Always.
Okay. And then Nando's.
I suppose I could be ready.
Well, because we've also got to get the table ready, do the lists, all that kind of stuff.
No.
Right?
No.
No?
Toys.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching, you beautiful human beings. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, have a wonderful time.